Hello everyone, Mr. Choose here with another SAT prep. So let's look at a couple problems in video 10 of module 2, problems 23 and 24. Reminder that the review problems, all 27 of them from module 1, are in a playlist on my YouTube channel, and there are I think 13 videos with 2 or 3 problems on each short video, and then there's one long video that has all 27 of them work. These practice problems have been released by the College Board for review on the SAT. Some of the problems may be easier for you, some may be harder. They contain algebra, geometry, and other math topics from the classes you've been taking up to the time that you took the SAT. And the topics vary from question to question. I just put them in the order that they came in the module. So it's just however they have it set up. Make sure you like this video if it's helpful, and follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and X. I do have a YouTube channel. Make sure that you check it out and subscribe. There could be a link over here or under your video. If you have a question for me, you may email me. My email address is askmrchu@gmail.com if you have a math question. Now let's get to the problems. You can pause this at any time to work on these problems. I would recommend that you do that. For the function q, the value of q of x decreases 45% for every increase in the value of x by 1. If q of 0 equals 14, which equation defines q? So you have to think in your mind, well, what does this mean? Since q of x decreases 45% for every increase in the value of x by 1, it is a decreasing exponential function. So you have to remember from your Algebra 1 or Algebra 2 class what that meant. A decreasing exponential function has the form q of x equals a times the quantity 1 minus p over 100 to the x power, where a is the value, the initial value, q0, and q of x decreases by p% for every increase in the value x by 1. So at q of 0, it's going to equal 14. So then a equals 14 in this equation. Q of x decreases by 45%, so p is 45. Get this out of the way here. I substitute a equals 14 and p equals 45, and q of x equals a times 1 minus p over 100 to the x power. So I substitute those in. So I have q of x equals 14 times 1 minus 45 over 100 to the x power. And I can change that 45 over 100 to 0.45 just to make it easier. Figure that out. And so that ends up being 14 times 0.55 to the x power. And that happens to be choice C. So the hard part about this was identifying what it was, which was a decreasing exponential function, and then knowing what the equation was. All right, so now let's go on to number 24. And remember, you can pause this if needed to work on it. So 24 has a graph, and it says the graph of y equals f of x plus 14 is shown. Which equation defines a function of f? So what that really means, this is showing the equation that has been translated up 14 units. So you have to think in your mind, there's 2 ways to think about it. One way is to think about, how can I write the equation? So if I want to write the equation of the translated graph, which is the graph that's shown, I have to find what the slope is and the y-intercept, and I can use slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So b is obviously 2. That's the y-intercept. The slope, I'm going to start here at 2, and I'm going to go down 1, and to the right 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I do that, I know that my rise would be, that's where I started at 4. I go from the y-intercept to 4, 1. So I know it's down 1, negative 1 over 4. So it's negative 1/4 is the slope. So I substitute the slope in, negative 1/4 x plus 2. This is my original equation, or I'm sorry, this is my translated equation. But it says that this equation has been raised 14 up. So the first thing I did, besides even substituting it, I said, that means that I'm going to go 14 down, which would be down to right here. So it would have the same slope. And what would that particular equation be? Now, that's how I first did it before I even started doing all the algebra, because it made sense to me. But I know I can substitute f of x plus 14 for y. So in this equation here, where the y is, I put f of x plus 14. Now I just solve this. So I subtract 14 from both sides using the subtraction property of equality. So it ends up being f of x equals negative 1/4 x minus 12, which is choice A. Now you're saying, well, what did that mean? Well, right here would have been negative 12. And I know it's going to have the same slope, and there's my negative 12. So that's just another way to look at it. All right. So now let's finish this thing off. Make sure you follow me on TikTok, Instagram, X. I have lots of helpful videos that can help you. Remember, there is a link to Module 1 playlist and Module 2, and it would be all but 3 problems. So we're almost done with that. With Module 2, there'll be one more short video. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and send any questions you've got to askmrchu@gmail.com. Help me spread the word. Mr. Chu will help students with math using my videos in my bare algebra, graph geometry, tray arithmetic, and pre-algebra, with my Math Minute quicker videos, and with my SAT prep that we're working on right now. I'll see you in the next video, and more importantly, remember, I'm Mr. Chu, and I want to help you with your math. I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe.